Okay, back at the Duce robot. Starting to get some of my electronics cache put in organization. Not that though. This is what I'm still working on. And back to the Duce robot arm. There we go. It's a monster. Robot will hold it. The problem that you have making something of this size is getting it to hold itself, which I had to get rid of the elbow servo and switch over to a DC motor hooked up to a piece of steel cable. So that's what it takes to raise that arm with that claw on it, which is now pretty well to its point of completion. Sure, the laser and everything would show up a lot better in the dark, but right now I don't have it. I had an OLED in there, but I shorted it out. I guess the connections were just too tight in the area. I may try for it again, and I may not. We'll see. But there you go. There's how she's rigged. I'll open it up and do another video of how it's all rigged in there and it moves. But it's a monster. I mean, you're not going to put this on your typical robot. You could probably use some of the ideas from it, though. But it's just so heavy. It's ridiculous. And then, yeah, I mean, look at what it takes. You're going to have this 12-volt battery, too. Or at least power to one. And then here's the support for the lift and everything. And then, of course, I wanked it. So it had to be taken back apart and straightened out. And, so I just wanted to post some of this progress here. The claw is done. I mean, it's... if anybody ever wants to know how to make this claw, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I really simplified it as much as I could. When I showed my last video, it didn't have the clear wheels and the clear control arms on it because I wanted to put the solid colors on there because so people could see them. I mean, you can't really quite see this as much in an example of how to make something, but you can see. You can see pretty much what it is. If you're going to cut like sand this thick, just remember you're going to have to use a router. There's no way around it. You got to use a router and straight edge. I was relegated to having to use scraps of this because it's just so expensive. So there's a couple of little rough edges here and there, but those were ones that had to be left to maintain the size of the piece. They're small. They could probably be sanded out, but if I work see, I mean, there's just a couple in there. There's not much, but it's so hard to build one of these things. I'm to the point where I'm satisfied enough with the way that it is now. It works, and it's getting ready to get rigged up and put back in the robot. And then here where you see the joint, I'll probably have a piece of black material in there that just, you know, covers that, moves with it. But there's still a lot of work to be done on it because you have to put enough wiring and everything in there. Once you build the permanent arm out of its permanent material, that's what I'm saying. This is the third one, but this is the third one built in its final material. The first two were built in styrofoam because that's obviously how you have to do when you're trying to figure things out. You have to do it that way, or else you're going to waste a lot of really good materials like these trying to work out things that you don't know how to build yet. So... it's just as simple as that. So, and I only had scraps of this, so it's it was very limited to it because it's very expensive to buy. And actually, one of the people that I do jobs for donated these little pieces, and I thank them for it. And I'm actually making them a little project now, but that's Christmas 30 for them. So you can kind of get a look inside and see how everything's rigged. I'll open it up, like I said, and give everybody a shot of actually how the rigging runs and everything. And let's see if I can set the claw back down and get it to, well, I'm not going to be able to do it right with that. So I will. Sorry. I have it to where I can't move a battery right now. It's kind of holding everything down on its pivot point. But here it is at this point, and everybody, if you got any questions on actually how to make the claw, it's a cool claw if you have the materials to make it. But like I said, it's very simple. Look, it's four bolts and six bolts. That's it, and your materials and your servo. It's real easy. So, till next time, everybody, enjoy.